Good evening, all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. So let's start the session. Is the PPT visible? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's proceed. Just give
Yes, it's
me one.
visible.
Yeah. Thanks. Give me a second. Let me connect my laptop charge. Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah. Let's start. So we are in our second session of international logistics and global trade competitiveness. So let's have a quick glance of what we discussed in our last session. It has been a long time. I know that. So that's why I know. Let's like brush up quickly. Okay. So what we discussed last time. So it was about no like how the international logistics no everything no like what is happening right now in the companies and industries and the logistic sector, and how it has boosted the the global trade, um, and no like try to reach every nook and corner of this world. Okay, so now there are no barriers at all. There are no barriers at all. No, like if you want to know like transport a product, send a product, or no, like send some technology or send a service, something no to your customer or consumer who is at the other end of the world. Okay, so it's easy now. It's not tough at all. The only thing is being no like since there is a time barrier difference, so it will take some time to know like reach the consumer or the customer. Otherwise no, transportation has become more easy and more comfortable and more technologically advanced uh, right now. So in recent days it's no like advancing more rapidly advancing. If you ask me no like it's rapidly advancing. So you can divide the whole global logistics, international logistics into no like till 19 I would say 19 I mean eight till 1800s. The global trade was no like completely dependent upon the workforce, human workforce actually no like. So without human nothing was no like happening. You need people to know like work in warehouses, you need people to work in docks, in the ports and the harbors. You need people to know like move the products and the components, no like whether it's no like heavy or lightweight. So you need people, you need workers, you need stevedores no to know like handle all these things. But now like after 1800s slowly there was a development in the global logistics, this thing. And the people, that is the the experts no who were working in the industry, slowly started introducing no like many things. For example, the standard documentation it happened because now every country were following their own documentation method when they were involving with international logistics. Okay, so when they send their products from their home country to another country, so the documentation part, the way they maintain the documentation, or no, the number of documents, the paperworks to be maintained, no, that was completely different from country to country, from one zone to another zone. But now no like everything is standardized. There is a standardized documentation pattern all over the world. From wherever you are now like into receiving the goods or sending the goods into international locations, or from the international locations, the documentation has been standardized. So that is one no like the greatest advantage which has happened. Another thing was containerization. So that is a new concept, because before containers were invented, containers were designed, everything no was carried, what do you say, no, like what packed or packaged as it is. So whichever packaging material, no, like they got, it could be some cloth, it could be no like a paper, or it could be no like hard cardboard, or most of the cases, it no like it would be the wooden boxes or wooden crates. So that was the no most widely used packaging materials no in those days. But and it was no like carried as it is. That there was no containerization. There was no like complete packaging steps. Everything was in a no like individual packs, and no they have to know like the stevedores. That is no the people who were working in the dock area of the port or harbor. So they have to like carry, load and unload these packages or the luggages, as it is. However, it was like packed. But after the invention, like this was sorry, after the like this containerization concept came, it was moving the products, moving the components, moving the goods has become more and more easy, because like everything, all the containers were completely packed with the maximum goods, and carrying the container, or like moving the container through crane systems and through like other material handling systems has become more easy. And not only that, to like I mean, containers it can be carried in any mode of transportation. Through ship you can carry, through road mode of transportation, like you can carry, like you have this container trucks, and you have container trains. So through rail mode of transportation you can carry it. Okay, so through three mode, and through air mode of transportation also, the containers can be like carried. So the containerization concept, so that was second biggest revolution, it has happened in the global trade industry. So first one was documentation, and the second one was the containerization part. And the third thing is the GPS, global positioning system. um, in olden days, the to uh, how do we know? Say, for example, when we are like exporting our products, our goods, the goods which we export, so we have like contracted with the freight forwarder, and the freight forwarder has made all the arrangements to transport, to export our goods to a desired location, that is where the customer is in. And how do we know whether the ship has departed the port, or where is the ship right now, which sea it is, on which sea or on which ocean the ship is sailing now, which is carrying our product inside a container, or whether the ship has reached the destination port? How do we all know? Like, it was not possible at all. So information comes to the port authorities, and the port authorities will deliver the information to the the customs house, or the the freight forwarders who are closely working with customs people. And through freight forwarders, the information will come to the exporters. This is now how the communication was happening. But now through GPS technology, uh, from the comfort of your like home, wherever you are, you can like check in your system or in your mobile exactly the location of the container ship, uh, in which your product, your goods is like traveling. Okay, so it's being transported. So such is the like the advancement of the technology. So third, the great hit, a great revolution which happened in global trade was GPS, and like many technologies as well. So let's see one by one. So these are the main three things which has completely revolutionized the international trade or international logistics. Okay, so the first one was the standardized documentation concept, and the second one was
Hi, ma'am.
containerization, and the third, yes.
Uh, pre-
Yeah, I haven't changed the PPT. Yeah. So the third one was the GPS. Okay. Uh, so now we can like let's quickly brush up so what we have discussed the last session. So we started off with what is international logistics. So anything, whether it's a product, physical tangible product, or it could be some intangible product like services, it could be technology, or it could be some information, or no any such thing like which a company plans to no like deliver to its consumer, the customer, who is in an international location, not in the domestic location but in an international location. So that's called as international logistics. And then we discussed how the ancient global trade, no, it evolved, how everything, no, like happened. So the first mode of transportation was land transportation. People moved from, no, like one their place, their no, like place to a common place or another place to sell their product, to, no, like to trade their product, to exchange their own product with something else, because money was not invented at that time. So, no, like a complete exchange of products were happening, a product or no, like product or services, no, that was happening. So first mode of transportation was land transportation. Then slowly, when people started settling down near the water resources like river or no, like seashore, so they know like started to know like use the water, that is the waterways, as their way of transportation. So the second mode of transportation was a water transportation. So they built boats, they built sails, and they transported the products, no, from one end to another end. And the third way of transportation was, no, the rail transportation. When, no, like this rail engine was invented, the first thing to be transported was, no, the goods, actually nothing else. It was not passengers, it was goods actually. So the third mode was rail transportation. And finally, the fourth mode of transportation was the air transportation, when aeroplanes were, no, like designed, and no, everything, no, like was done. So air mode of transportation was the fourth. And then came the pipeline transportation, like usually pipeline transportation, I could say, no, it's another ancient way of transportation. It all started with, no, the people, the Chinese people, like they used to transport water. The source of water would be in another end, and these people will be, like living in, like some far end. And to get the water source, no, from water from its original source. So what Chinese people did was, the tribal people, especially, what they did was they uh, carved out the bamboo. So they carved out the bamboo, and they fixed the bamboo shoots together, the dried bamboo shoots together, and, no, like they made a pipeline to, no, like transport the water from its source, no, to the destination. That is where, no, like people were living. People were living as a, no, like a group, like, or as a clan. Okay, so pipeline, no, it's no, like it's an Asian way of transportation, but after the invention of, no, like the steel pipes or iron pipes, plastic pipes, it took another revolution. So pipeline mode of transportation, especially to carry the non-solid products, no, so that was another revolution. And finally, now transportation, that is, no, it's happening through movement of goods is happening through drones, and no, like in many other ways, no, even under the sea, no, the pipelines are being laid, and, no, like the crude oil or no, the other components are being transported. So yeah, so from ancient global trade, no, like from Silk Road network, from the maritime spice routes, and no, like now everything has, no, like evolved. And we saw how, no, like why there was a need for discovering a new sea route to Asia. So we saw that story. How Vasco da Gama, like reached, the Indian subcontinent, and what was the need actually? Why, there was a need to, like directly, you get in touch with Indian traders for, like better trading opportunities, and to get the prices, in, like in an, not too costly, but in, like with cheap. And then we know, like discussed about, yeah, the revolution which, like caused the maritime trade, to a great extent. So the construction of the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal, and they were the game changers in maritime logistics. So how, like it like eased the way of, maritime transportation. Otherwise, people have to know, like circumnavigate the whole the African continent. Okay, so imagine, no, if Suez Canal is not, no, like ducked, no, like in this region, what will happen? No, like the anyone know who's no transporting the goods from Asian, European subcontinent or from no like American subcontinent? So they have to circumnavigate the whole of African continent to reach Indian subcontinent, not to reach Asia. So no like the construction of Suez Canal, it made very easy. And then no like construction of Panama Canal, like here. So here it is actually Panama Canal, no. So that also no like eased the maritime logistics, maritime trade. So like uh, the traders know who wanted to know like trade with the western parts of no like American continents. So it was no easy for them to cross this canal. And then here, so where it is located, and the standardization. That is the global standardization of no like the documents, the maritime rules, the guidelines to be followed by the traders, uh, wheresoever they are operating from, or whichever seas or oceans they are traveling on, they are sending their ships. So that's a standardization in everything. So it all happened with no like the establishment of International Maritime Organization. So this organization no is no like is run by the group of industrialists who are involved in international trades, especially the maritime trade, and a few government officials from different countries or no members of this organization. So they meet no like every year, and every 10 years they will know like reform, regulate the policies, okay, on documentation, on many standards, on guidelines. They reform the policies, and that policies will be shared with all the ports, harbors, maritime traders all over the world to know like follow a standardized way of maritime activity. So the modern challenges we looked into, the geopolitical tensions like political unrest in a country, in a zone, or no wars between countries. Now, no, like since there is a war happening, though it has been ceased for some time, no, like ships were finding it very difficult to know, like cross the Hormuz canal, right? So because of that, there is a no, like there's a scarcity of no like fuel and energy. So other supply chain disruptions like natural disasters or port congestions, labor strikes, pandemics. So that is also no like challenge no, faced by the maritime traders. And rising cost and sustainability. So they are also supposed to do, it's mandatory for them also no to stick on to sustainability factor, because no like imagine no a ship carrying a crude oil, it gets no like it meets an accident in the middle of the sea or an ocean or very nearby to the shore. So all the oil no like spills on the water. So the all the the biosystems no living in that particular, to an extent no to an extent an area of kilometers, or what will happen to them. So it all dies, right? So yeah, sustainability is another factor no strictly to be followed by these maritime traders. Other than that, critical constraints and infrastructure deficits, not all the ports are operating one and the same. Few are natural ports, few are no like man-made ports, and not in all the ports and harbors. No like ships, any ship can dock. There is a no like limitation to that, and regulatory friction is no like another limitation, a challenge, and heavy dependence on key maritime passages. No, Suez, Panama, and Malacca, because we have only these canals no available to know like it is used as a shortcut to reach the European continent or American continent, no, or from there to reach the Asian continent or Indian subcontinent, no, like it was, we are completely dependent on these canals. We are completely dependent on these no like maritime passages. So that is becoming no like another thing, because any disruption happening in these canals no completely stops the maritime operations. And here, then historical foundation. Yes, that is the thing we discussed last time. So let me share the latest one, the new PPT. Okay. If you have any doubts with regards to the the last session, you can ask me now. we will move to the next session. Okay, fine. Okay, we have a message. Okay. Okay, so this new PPT is visible. Yeah, everyone.
Yes, visible.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
visible, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So let's see how technology has revolutionized the international logistics. It pushed the international logistics to the next level. Okay, and the first thing is end-to-end visibility. That is you know where your product is. If you're an exporter and you have your product has been already loaded on the ship, so you can easily track your product, the track your goods actually till it reaches the customer's hand, consumer's hand. You can actually have a live tracking of your goods. So that end-to-end visibility, so that is possible now. So that is a huge revolution. And advanced technologies like IoT and real-time tracking provide complete visibility across global supply chains, reducing uncertainties and improving decision making. Next is automation and efficiency. So usage of robotics and AI technologies and automated systems. It has streamlined the warehousing operations and for managing the inventory and for transportation operations, and it significantly reduced manual efforts and errors. Not only errors more but many accidents will be was happening in the port area, in the harbor area, in the warehouse regions and all where heavy containers or heavy materials goods are being lifted or handled, so accidents were happening and many lost lives because of, so that was avoided. Then this the data driven decision making. So big data analytics enables logistic companies to forecast the demand, because now the new softwares technology, it can handle big data. Big data is a huge number of data, so it can handle it very easily. Previously we had some limited choices on data handling. You cannot store more than 10 GB or something like that, in your system or in your mobile, it's not possible. But now you can store some million GB, the data can be stored and analyzed, and results can be taken from them. So that's big data, this thing, analytics, and optimize the sea routes and enhance operational efficiency with greater accuracy. Enhanced connectivity, digital platforms and cloud-based systems, it improves coordination among international stakeholders. So if the company is dealing with international customers, then it has to deal with international stakeholders. It has to understand what is the the country to where the company is exporting the product or not transporting the product and services. So that what is the the actual the tariff and the port operations, how they operate. So what is the the payment part and the tariff part and the tax part in their zone, their border, while crossing their border, how it all happens. So this should be the maritime traders has to be very much aware of it. So that is made possible with enhanced connectivity. Previous it was very difficult. They have to contact the the host port authorities. They have to check for all the guidelines what has to be followed. Either it will be in a printed form or uh, information was passed through verbal communication. And if any mistake is done, immediately the product would be seized, and it would not be released by the port authority. So there was no many confusions happening. But now, because of enhanced connectivity, we have internet, we have shared database applications. So through the maritime traders, they can connect with their international stakeholders live. live, very much live, like instantly, like they get the updates instantly. If there is a change in the tariff, immediately it gets updated in the the software or the technology whatever they are using. So these traders, they get the information whatever with related to the the political system, or the environmental this thing, or the weather changes, whatever it is, like, or change in the tariff, or change in the documentation, or change in the rules, everything, like information, every information, about with related to the global trade, they get very much instantly. And resilience and agility. So technology helps organizations to quickly adapt to disruptions like pandemics or geopolitical issues. So yeah, this technology, it helps, or analyzes the threat, the risk, well in advance, and it can suggest the better way to go on with the activities. So by enabling flexible and responsive logistic strategies. So the evolving landscape of global trade. So how like it's going to be the future of global trade? What is happening now, and what is going to be its future? Constant evolution is happening, because change is the only thing which doesn't change, right? So every day, every hour, every minute, a change is happening, all over the world, almost in like the universe, the change is happening. So obviously, like in our day-to-day operations, the change has to happen. So it applies to global trade as well. So globalization, this is shifting consumer demands and geopolitical dynamics. It is completely reshaping the international logistics, on a daily basis. So consumers, they ask for something new, something more, something different, something enhanced, something creative. So as long as the consumer is like shifting their demands, increasing their demands, there is no other way, the company has to go in liaison with their demands, in line with their demands. So accordingly, everything is changing. Then technology imperative. Digital tools are now essential for agility, efficiency, and maintaining competitive advantage. So now it has been inevitable, we are using these gadgets almost, it has become part of our day-to-day life, whether it's be mobile or like Bluetooth, uh, the speakers or airpods, whatever it is, we carry, wherever we go. So technology has become essential for us. So without technology, you can't imagine a world right now. Things will happen, but not in the same way what it is happening now. It may become very slow actually. Without technology, everything will become very slow. Then there is a widening gap. By 2026, digitally ready logistic providers will pull ahead of lagging competitors. Yes, whoever is not ready to adapt to this no new change technology, they will be lagging behind. But whichever company and no whichever trade organizations who has no embraced this digital revolution, they will be leading up front. So technology is no longer a luxury, it is a foundation for operational resilience. It has become something which is very vital for every organization and customer satisfaction in an increasingly complex global market. So revolutionizing the port operations. So how ports, they have embraced this technology. So what technology is being used there and how they have embraced this. So smart ports lead the way, whether it is docking the ships in the port, or loading and unloading of the goods containers, from the dock to the deck of the ship, or from the deck of the ship to the dock of the port. So whatever it is, technology is playing an important part. So AI powered optimization transforms vessel scheduling, berth allocation, and resource management. Rotterdam's smartest port initiative demonstrates real-time traffic management using predictive analytics. So it can even predict whether there would be a traffic happening in the port. So in even in ports, traffic happens. It is called port congestion. So those who are working in harbors or ports or with customs warehouses, you will be aware of it. So it's called port congestion. Port congestion happens when ships doesn't leave the port. Okay, so as expected, and more ships have have to wait on the seas, away from the port, waiting for their space, in the port, to dock in. So it just sometimes happen sometimes because of bad weather, so that the port, the ship is not leaving the port. They have to wait till the weather gets normal. Then it may be because of some the war kind of a thing happening between two countries. So this ship has to cross their seas actually. These two countries will be sharing a same water resource. So this ships has to cross that resource, just like happening what is happening in in Hormuz. So but the ships are stopped, and they are not allowed to cross the waters. So that may be the reason. So for any reason, or the ship may be I mean, it might have broke down. That is there is some problem in the ship, so it has to be serviced, or it has to be set right before it sails into the sea. So for any reason, the ships stays in the dock, gets docked in the port. Okay, it doesn't move out from the dock. So what happens? Another ships, other ships which are finding their way to this particular dock, they cannot dock in, because there is no space available to dock in. Okay, you have to have some area to park your uh, automobile, right? So there is no space, so they have to stay in the seas, stay in the waters for quite a long time, till the congestion is cleared in the port. So how can we avoid this with the use of technology? How can it be avoided? So it predicts the port congestion which is going to be happening, because it predicts the weather, it predicts the the geopolitical situation, it predicts everything. So no, it can give you a warning signal, it can give a warning to you, that the port congestion may happen between this time, probably on these days, and because of this issue. So this helps you to plan well in advance, avoiding the risk or uncertainty happen. Then automated stevedoring, and not every port is implementing this, but yeah, few ports have already implemented it. Japanese ports, they have already implemented this automated stevedoring. So manpower usage of manpower has become it has drastically come down. They are using robotic material handling equipments to handle, to move the products from one place to another place in the port area, or not to to load and unload the the containers or the goods, from the dock to deck and from deck to dock. So these are happenings. And robotic cranes and autonomous guided vehicles, AGVs, they increase loading and unloading speed up by 30% while improving the safety. So safety is also there. And it's a one-time invention, I mean, one-time investment, right, for the companies. So all they have to do is make a heavy investment this on this technology, robotics or AI or AGVs. So rest it will do. You don't have to spend again and again for that. Only if you are planning to increase the capacity of the technology, you have to spend it. Then it's predictive maintenance. IoT sensors on port equipment anticipate failures before they occur, reducing downtime and extending equipment lifespan. Then resource optimization, sorry. AI algorithms allocate personnel, that is people, equipment, and space efficiently, maximizing throughput during peak operations. So streamlining the documentation and customs clearance. Few of you know, who are working in this logistic field, you might be aware of the basic documents required for international, export and import. right? There is no like pro forma invoice, commercial invoice, bill of lading is required, and what else? No, like packing list is required, and in on each export document or import document, the whose responsibility is what? No, like Incoterms has to be has to be specified. So there are a lot of things, no. Which requires documentation and few terms to be mentioned in those documents. So digital documentation, no, like that is the thing right now. So people don't carry any physical documents, no, like before. Okay, so no physical documents is being carried or maintained, so everything is done digitally, whether it's no export document or whether it's no confirming or mentioning the type of incoterm, that is no the responsibility taken by the exporter and the importer from their part, no, so the responsibility factor, so everything is no like digitally documented. Blockchain and cloud based platforms replace paper based processes, eliminating errors and accelerating transit times across borders. Then AI for compliance, any document you maintain, any guidelines you follow, so it should be compliant with the existing guideline or existing rule. So automated systems check customs regulations and trade compliance in seconds, proactively flagging potential issues before delays occur. Then single window systems, that is integrating the platforms, it allows all the documentation to be submitted and processed once. So thus by reducing redundant data entry and processing time. So what is the impact of this digital thing happening? So the impact is shippers report significant dissatisfaction with the current forwarder technological capabilities. Digital transformation is critical to meeting modern expectation. That is, if your organization is following everything digitally, your stakeholders should also follow everything in digital way. It is not that no, like you maintain the documents in a digital way and your freight forwarder, they go for physical documentation. So that's not going to comply with each other. Okay. So if you're going digital, your freight forward has to go to digital. If the freight forward is no like going digital, the company has to go digital. So no, like this has to happen to streamline the process. Okay, so enhanced visibility. That is another thing, no? Like I mentioned during the start of the session. Locate, no? You can locate the location of the container ship, or within the container ship, where is your container? Okay, so where it is no stacked, uh, within the container ship, whether it's no like towards left or towards right, or which on which bay area it has been no like a position, so that you can track, and you can even track no in which container no your product actually no is being shipped. So each and every container has some no like specific names. Okay, names in the sense they will be having serial numbers. Okay, like every automobile, it has some registration number, right, which is unique to that automobile, right? So you cannot duplicate that. You cannot give the same registration number to two different vehicles. So likewise, every container will be having a kind of unique ID number. So if your freight forwarder has no like given you the detail of on in which container no with a specific unique ID number, in which container your product, your goods has been no like loaded and no like it is in transportation, you can know, you will receive messages, you will receive notifications no in your mobile through the those the freight forwarders app or whatever it is. So you know to get the exact location of your product, wherever it is traveling, even if it is traveling in international seas or international oceans, so you can easily track. So real-time vessel tracking, advanced AIS and satellite technology provide constant location updates across the oceans. Smart containers, that is, no, these containers are fixed with GPS. Every container is fixed with the GPS. IoT sensors. IoT sensors monitor temperature, humidity, shock, and location throughout the transit. So if the ship is traveling on rough seas, so obviously, the ship will be, toiling, on the sea waves, right? So sometimes, the temperature, inside the container, few containers will be temperature controlled, reefer containers. Okay, so if there is any fluctuation in the temperature within the container, or if the humidity is very high when the ship is traveling on, like some sea area, or if the container has, the ship has met with any shock, if there is a collision, so everything, it can, give you the information about. You can easily, um, analyze that, okay, so whether it is traveling smoothly or whether it has met with an accident, a collision. So, or the temperature within that container has been, it has increased or decreased, whether humidity is, on a on a standardized level, or whether it has increased or decreased, whatever, everything, about it, you can get as a notification. You'll get the information. Then predictive analytics. AI forecast arrival times with unprecedented accuracy for downstream planning. So billions of data points generated daily create unprecedented insight into global supply chain movements. So enabling proactive decision making and risk mitigation. Multimodal transportation. So there is a rise in here. This is something, which has happened from olden days as well. Like when people used to know, transport the products, goods, from their location to another location through boat, using the waterways, when they were transporting through boats, through sails, or through ships. So once they have reached the port, there is a end location. The goods will be unloaded from the ship or unloaded from the boat, and it would be kept in the bay area. Okay, and whichever customer is actually have purchased from you, is going to purchase from you, so they will come to a meeting point there, and they will check the goods, and if they are okay with the quality and everything, so they buy the goods, they buy your products, and from there they will arrange like a cart, a bullock cart or a horse cart, to transport your the product from the port area to their own location. So this is how multimodal transportation happened in old days. So now we have better transportation ways, like we have roadways, we have railways, and we have seaways, we have airways. So it has become so easy for multimodal transportation happening. And with the usage of the container, you don't have to unpack the goods from the container and transfer it to another container and take it. You can just lift the container with the help of a crane, lift the container from the deck of the ship, and you can place that container on the the truck, which is readily standing on the dock of the boat. Okay, so you can just lift it up and place it on the truck. So now the truck now carries the container out of the port area, and it can take the road mode of transportation and reach the location, the destined location. So that has become so easy nowadays. Okay, so integrated platforms connect sea, air, rail, and road transportation seamlessly. So AI optimizes routes in real time based on traffic, weather, and capacity constraints. Then is the digital twins, that is virtual replicas of supply chains, because it allows a simulation and optimization before actual physical implementation by reducing cost and improving the reliability. So there is an example, that is logistic providers focus on digital terminals and multimodal infrastructure to enhance continental connectivity. Uh, for example, if say Kochi port, has embraced digital technology, and everything, the whole port operations, harbor operations, it's completely run through digital technologies. So international traders, no, or international organizations, no, which is transporting or exporting to Indian subcontinent, they would like to, dock their ships in Kochi port, because Kochi port has completely embraced the digital technology. So everything has been streamlined. There is no error. There is no accident happening. No, everything is so very good. Digital documentation, so there is no need to carry physical documentation all the time, and there is a a real time visibility. So everything is available. So obviously the other international ports would obviously choose Kochi port, no, to have a direct connectivity, to dock their ships, to even sometimes the ships may dock in the port area to get serviced. Okay. For service and repair also, no, they get docked in the port area. So everyone will be liking the Kochi port. So that is being happening, because now the port or the docking area which hasn't enabled digital any digital systems, or hasn't embraced any digital technology, uh, they are not so famous. No one, no, I mean, not much operations is happening there. And remember, if there is no limited operations happening in the port, it means no, there is limited profitability. So more port operations, more profitable. So then is the AI, which is the engine of future logistics. And 10% is the measurable impact. Companies reporting significant financial returns from AI implementation. So yeah, so any company which has implemented AI, it has shown good results, and there is 3 times adoption growth. AI deployment in transportation planning, demand forecasting, and customer interaction. It has the growth has become threefold. So competitive window, critical time frame for scaling AI across operations to gain advantage. So you can see that in 2026, before the end of 2026, almost all organizations, small or big or governmental or private or whatever the organization, it's like established or no startup. So everyone is going to embrace AI. While many companies are implementing AI, only a fraction report measurable financial impact so far. The gap between the experimentation and strategic scaling, it represents both a challenge and an opportunity for forward-thinking organizations. So let's see what are all the key challenges, and opportunities, which these international trading people they may face. Adoption barriers are there, uncertain ROI calculations. Sometimes can happen. Lack of internal technical capabilities can happen, and significant digital readiness divide between large and small forwarders. So large forwarders who are ready to invest in AI, they will easily embrace it. But no, small time forwarders who are very cost conscious, no, they may not adapt, AI or any other digital technology so soon. So that is, a gap. It may happen. Then shipper dissatisfaction. That is 38% of shippers are slightly satisfied or not satisfied at all with their forwarders' technological capabilities. Because the more the freight forwarders embrace technology, the more you have to pay to them for the services they are offering to you. So not many companies or not many exporters are so happy about this. And proactive digital transformation is essential for survival and growth in the evolving logistics landscape. So, how to embrace the digital logistics revolution? Comprehensive transformation. Technology is revolutionizing every facet of international logistics, from port operations to final delivery. So that is already happening. And building the resilience, that is AI, digital platforms, real-time visibility, it has created adaptive supply chain capable of weathering the disruptions. So if any disruption is happening, you don't have to panic. The organizations, companies, the government, they don't have to panic. There will always be a plan B which the AI may suggest. And data-driven future, the next era of freight belongs to agile, data-driven, and technologically forwarding thinking organizations. So, because they are ready to embrace the change, but the other organizations who fear to embrace or who are rigid to embrace or who don't want to embrace, so they are going to be in trouble. Embracing digital transformation is not just about efficiency, it's about meeting the demands of a dynamic global market and securing competitive advantage. So, as a final this thing, let's see about the top 10 technological driven international logistic companies. Okay. So, DHL supply chain and global forwarding. So, what does DHL do? What technologies they have embraced? So, they are the pioneers in using AI, robotics, IoT, and warehouse operations, automations, strong digital platforms integrated with ERP and e-commerce systems. So, every stakeholder, wherever they are in the world, they are connected together. Okay, and the operations are streamlined and everyone knows what is happening, no, with related to the goods or with related to the, the transportation part. Then is Amazon Logistics. It has highly advanced robotics, machine learning, predictive analytics, and fully automated fulfillment centers and smart inventory systems. Like in Bangalore, a part of Amazon's warehouse operations, it's completely handled by robotics. Completely handled by robotics. The whole zone is no, like you can see only no, like robots working there. There is no human at all there. I mean, human will be supervising the robots, obviously, but there is no physical task, and no, not any physical task is done by the human. Okay, so robots is no, like doing every physical task there. Then UPS supply chain solutions, so uses AI driven route optimization, automation, and tracking systems, integrated global logistics networks across 220 plus countries. They are located globally in more than 220 plus countries. Then is FedEx Logistics. It's known for real-time tracking, data analytics, and smart logistics job. So you can see all these companies has no enabled this real-time tracking thing and AI-driven route optimization thing. But AI-driven route optimization, not sure how it's going to work for sea maritime. I mean maritime trade, because if you're using land mode of transportation, it is easy for you to take an alternative route suggested by AI. You can easily take, okay, no one is going to question you. But when it comes to no, like sea transportation, ocean transportation, you cannot suddenly take no, like get diverted from no the actual route you're supposed to take. So you need know like the nearby port's permission. You have to inform them in advance. They have to know like give you a clearance so that you can pass through their no waterways, their national waterways. So many things are there. So focus on digital innovation and AI-based supply chain solutions. So this is done by FedEx Logistics. Then is Max, uses automation, digital platforms, and smart ports and terminals. So that is no like they are no like operating with smart ports, end-to-end logistics with strong tech-enabled infrastructure. Then is Kune Nagel, advanced. They are no like using advanced digital freight platforms and analytics tools, and they have a strong global connectivity across 100 plus countries. Then DB Schenker uses AI, IoT, and blockchain for supply chain transparency, and it focuses on digital freight and smart logistics solutions. Then DSV, a strong digital integration, automated warehousing and analytics, and it is tech-enabled global freight forwarding service. Then Seva Logistics uses smart logistic platforms, it uses robotics and supply chain visibility tools, that is no, the real-time tracking tools, and it focuses on industry-specific digital logistics solutions. And finally, the CMA CGM Logistics. It has invested in digital shipping platforms, automation, and AI driven logistics. and integrated maritime plus inland logistic ecosystem. So with this, I'm completing. Yeah, I'm pausing here. So I'll be here for another 1 or 2 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So any one of you working in ports, harbors, in customs warehouses, or in any export import processing zones, any of you? No. Okay. Okay, so if there is no doubt, we can conclude the session. So thanks for participating. Have a great weekend. I'll meet you in another session with a new topic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.